on C programming language. In this session also we need to focus on bitwise operators only. So before starting with the session, so if my voice is clear and able to see the screen properly, please type 1. Okay. So yesterday we started working on these set of operators. Yesterday we discussed about only 1 hour lecture yesterday we taken, and yesterday we discussed about a left shift and right shift, and this operator is called left shift. In a left shift case, so can I say your number is going to become double? One time when you shift it, 2 times when you shift it, 3 times when you shift it. In a right shift case, can I say your number is going to become half? In a right shift case, your number is going to become half. In certain conditions, it will not. Suppose if it is a -1, if it is a -1, how many times if you right shift to -1, V4 is saying that my voice is not audible, is it? Just a minute, I need to change the settings also. Is it audible now? Voice is clear now? Yes. So we from your side you cross check what is the problem. Okay. Few important points about these operators is these are the binary operators which require 2 operands to perform the task. One more important point about these operators will not modify the operand. So we can supply the variable, we can supply the constants. One meters about what you called breaker. Just a minute. Is it my voice break? Is my voice is clear? Yes, clear. It's clear. Okay, some internet issue is there. Now it is breaking. Okay, just a minute, I'll see. Sometimes it is breaking, maybe. Okay, let's see. If voice break is continuous, I'll change the network. We'll see. Now, now in this operator, in this operation, will you agree? Only the first operand we need to convert into binary. Second operand no need to convert into binary. In this operation, second operand no need to convert into binary. Okay. Next point about this is when you are doing the shift operation, second operand should not be a negative number. Second operand should be in between 0 to 31. Yesterday we observed if you're trying to shift more than 31, if you're trying to shift 32, will you agree again 0 shift happened? Yesterday we observed if you're trying to shift more than 31, suppose if I shift 32 times, again it is starting rolling from 0. But I can't give the guarantee that in all the environment it happens like this. Depends upon that environment or depends upon the compiler. Second very important point about right shift is, now suppose all 32 bits are suppose, just a minute, all the 32 bits are ones. All the 32 bits are ones. Suppose this is a unsigned. Suppose it is a unsigned. So if it is a unsigned, all the 32 bits are ones. Can you tell me what is that number? If it is a unsigned, if all the 32 bits are ones, can you tell me what is that number? Can I say 4G? Unsigned. B3. You are saying -1. -1 is wrong. It is a 4G. Now, when you right shift it, here, this bit will go here like this. All the bits will go. Here 0 will come or 1 will come. In an unsigned case, if there is no sign bit, in an unsigned case, is the 0 will come or 1 will come? Answer is 0 will come. Correct. Suppose all bits are ones and it is a sign, all the 32 bits are 1 and it is a signed one. Now tell me, and it is a signed one. Tell me, what is that number? Will you agree that is a -1? So if I right shift it one time, now this bit will go and sit here. This bit will go and sit here. Will it 0 is copied here? Is the sign bit get copied here? Can I say sign bit copy mechanism happens in a unsigned case, especially in a right shift case. I hope that's what in a previous discussion happened. I told, I think Pawan sir and Ayush sir met to discuss some different numbers and different things. And after that, Habiba madam joined in the class. Some placement related, whatever the queries you have, I think I got an answer for those things. And today, we need to discuss about how to set a bit, how to clear a bit, how to complement a bit. And one more point I need to tell you about the bitwise operators. In an embedded system, this bitwise operators plays a major role. Embedded system is when you go for the hardware programming, when you go for the microcontroller programming. Will you agree hardware knows only zeros and ones? Will you agree hardware knows only zeros and ones? So when you go for the low level programming, you may need to play with the bits. You need to deal with the bits. If you, let's consider you're working on a 32-bit processor or 32-bit controller. Can anybody tell me, if you're working on a 32-bit controller, what is the size of the register? Any register. What is, maybe it's a special function register or general purpose register. What is the size? 32 bits. Consider 0 to 31. 32 bits. So your requirement may be, you need to set one particular bit. Other bits should not be disturbed. Other bits should not be disturbed. Only one particular bit you need to set it. Only one particular bit you need to clear it. Only one particular bit you need to complement it. Like this, you may have a requirement. So today our discussion is, we need to derive some expressions. You can consider those as a formulas also. You need to derive some expressions for setting a bit, for clearing the bit, for complementing the bit. Now first let's imagine my number is 10. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Suppose this is a 1 byte 10. Will you agree? This is a 1 byte 10. Will you agree? This is a 0th bit. This is the first bit. This is the second bit. This is the third bit, fourth bit, fifth bit, sixth bit, and seventh bit. Now my requirement is, I need to set this second bit. I need to set this second bit. Now can you tell me, after setting the second bit, how the number looks like? Will you agree? I need to set the second bit. When you set the second bit, can you tell me what will be the number, latest number? After setting the second bit, what is the latest number? After setting the second bit, what is the latest number? K4. It is wrong. It is a 14. After setting the second bit, the number is 40. Before setting the second bit, what is the number? Before setting the second bit, what is the number? 10. After setting the second bit, what is the number? 14. Now the discussion is how to set a bit in a given number. In a given number, I want to set one particular bit. In a given number, I need to set one particular bit. Now suppose my number is 14. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Will you agree my number is now my input is 14 now? This is a 14 binary. Now I need to set the second bit. Now tell me, by seeing this, tell me second bit is already set, right? Second bit is already set. Even though if I set the second bit, later also my number should be 14. After setting the second bit, already in that number the bit is set. Even though if you give the position as a second bit, can I say 14? So we need to derive an expression in such a way that this expression in that number, the particular bit, if it is clear, it need to set it. If it is set, it should not disturb the number. Set means 1. Clear means 0. Set means 1. We need to make it 1. Clear means we need to make it 0. Now, can anybody tell me what is the input for this task? Suppose I need to write a program to set a bit. Can anybody tell me what is the input for this task? Input is two things. One is a number and another one is a position. Input for this task. Every program is responsible for doing some operation on the data. Will you agree? Every program is responsible for processing some data. Now what is the data? Now the data is two inputs. One, I need to supply the number, and another one we need to supply the position. What my program need to do? In this number, this position we need to, in that number, that position we need to set it. After setting what is the latest number is there, after setting what is the latest number is there, we need to display it. Because as you know, at present situation, we are not working on the microcontroller and registers and all other things. So that is the reason I taken this situation in this way. Input is one number, input is one position. In that number, the bit I need to set it. And we need to write an expression in such a way that if suppose in this number, this position is already set, my expression should not disturb that number at all. In that number, the position is already set, my expression should not disturb it. First, let me know how many of you understood the task. After that, we'll think about an expression. How many of you understood the task? If you understood the task, type 1. Okay. For that, the expression is this one. Num is equals to num r with 1 left shifted by position. Num is equals to num r with 1 left shifted by position. Now, can anybody tell me how many operators are here? Will you agree? 1, 2, 3 operators are there. Now, what is the input? Input is my number. Input is the position. Input is the number and input is the position. Now, will you agree? Assignment is the lowest priority. Will you agree again? Assignment is the lowest priority in this expression. If you leave that assignment operator, what are the remaining operators are there? If you leave that assignment operator, what are the remaining operators are there? Will you agree? Remaining two operators are there. One is One is bitwise OR and shift. Can anybody tell me which is a higher priority? Can anybody tell me which is a higher priority? Answer is shift is the higher priority. Now, can I say one is left shifted by position times? From where position you are getting? From where this POS you are getting? From user, correct. L2, correct. From user we are getting this POS. So one is left shifted by position times. That result is ORed with a number, and whatever the latest result you are getting, that is stored into same number. One question arises, sir, in this expression, why I am storing the result into the same number? One question arises in your mind, sir, in this expression, why I am storing the result into the same number? Answer is, in a same variable, I want that bits to be in the same variable, in the same memory location. I want the bit to be set. Now, till now, whatever the knowledge you have, with that, can you tell me, in this expression, which operator will modify the operand? In this expression, which operator will modify the operand? Assignment operator. Now, in this expression, first one is left shifted by position is done. Second, OR operation is done. Third, assignment operation is done. One is left shifted by position operation. Next, OR operation. That result is dumped into the same number. I'll write it here. How to set a bit. Formula is num is equals to num OR with one left shifted by position. Example, let's take an example. Number is 10 and position is 2. Example, number is 10, position is 2. Okay. Now can you tell me, number is 10, position is 2. After that expression, what will be the number? After that expression solving, can I say number is 14? Number is 14. Number is 10, position is 2. I'll take it here. My number is 10, my position is 2. Expression is num is equals to num OR with one left shifted by position. Now will you agree, first I need to solve this one left shifted by position. What is the binary format of 1? What is the binary format of 1? 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. One left shifted by 2 times. One left shifted by 2 times. When one left shifted by 1 time, it becomes 2. One left shifted by 2 times, can I say it becomes a 4? One left shifted by 2 times. The binary format of 1 is 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. One left shifted by 1 time is 0 0 0 1 0. One left shifted by 2 times is 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0. What is this number? What is this number? 4, right? Now, this one left shifted by 2 times is ORed with what? ORed with what? Number. ORed with number. Now, bitwise, will you agree I need to convert into binary? Number is 10, 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0. 1 left shifted by 2 times means 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0. Now R it 0 R with 0, 1 R with 0, 0 R with 1, 1 R with 0. Now this we are storing into where? This we are storing, this entire expression result we are storing into where? Now can I say in that number the bit is becoming set here? This is this one, this is this one. My question is it a valid expression? One left shifted by position, here constant, here variable. Is it a valid? Yes. Now let's see this. Just give me 1 minute of time. I will start writing the program. Very important thing. There are so many programs we need to derive using this formula. Just a minute. Set.c. Let's take the input. Printf. Enter the number. Scanf. Number. Printf. Enter the bit position. Scanf. I hope there is no doubt up to this line number 8. I hope there is no doubt up to line number 8. After that, printf before set num is equals to %ld comma num is equals to num r with 1 left shifted by position times. Printf after set num is equals to %ld comma num. Line number 10 is a very useful formula, very useful expression in a future also. Okay, now let's see. Any error, any warning? Answer is no error, no warning. Observe, number is 10, position is 2. Observe, number is 10, position is 2. So before second bit set, number is 10. After second bit set, number is 14. Now suppose number is 14, bit position is 2. Observe, number is 14, bit position is 2. Already in this second bit is set. Will you agree? Already in this number the second bit is set. Can I say our expression is not disturbing that because already it is set? Yes or no? So this is a expression, very important expression to set a bit. Now observe the line number 10. First, which operation is done? Type the answer. Observe the line number 10 and tell me first which operation is done. Shift operation. One is shifted by, one is left shifted by how many times? One is shifted by how many times? Position times. You need to say position times. Who is giving this position? Who is giving this position? User is giving this position. After that, I'll annotate it like this so that you can easily understand. I'll try to annotate it. this one. After that, this entire one that is copied into the num. My question is, why I'm storing the result into the same num? Why I'm storing the result into the same num? Because I want to be in that same number, I want the bit to be set. Is this clear? Okay. Now the next discussion is for 14. Observe A1. Try to understand what is the binary format of 14. Can I say 0000 1110? And position is the second position. Will you agree? Second position is already set. Even though this expression is evaluated, even though this expression is evaluated 0000 1110 and one left shifted by position, position is 2. Now when you R it, will you agree? Again you will get 14 only. A1, clear? Now here, instead of 1, you can provide anything also. But actually here, for this particular task, 1 I need to shift that particular position. Innate, here I can supply variable also. But my requirement is I need to set this bit. So 1 I am shifting towards that. Now, please try to tell me 1 left shifted by 0 times. What is the result? 1 left shifted by 0 times. 1 left shifted by 0 times. 1. 1 left shifted by 2 times. 1 time. 1 left shifted by 1 time. 1 left shifted by 2 times. Now, if you imagine that diagrammatically, observe 0000 0001. 1 left shifted by 1 time. 0000 0010. 1 left shifted by 2 times. 0000 0100. 1 left shifted by 3 times. 0000. I told you 1000. Number is going to become double. Suppose I want to set this particular bit, I want to set second bit. Now 1 I need to left shift 2 times so that this 1 will come into that position. So that the 1 will come into that position. You can supply constant or you can supply the variable also. For this particular situation, only the constant is enough there. Next is how to clear a bit. The expression for clearing the bit is little bit complicated expression. The expression for clearing the bit, this is an expression. Now first list out how many operators are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will you agree? 5 operators are there. Which is a higher priority? Which is a higher priority? A grouping. Can I say num is equals to num and with complement of expression? Next, which is a higher priority? Next, which is a higher priority? Complement. Unary. Can I say num is equals to num and with exp1? Next, which is a higher priority? Next, which is a higher priority? And can I say num is equals to exp2? Now this expt is stored into num again. Why again I'm storing into the num? Answer is in that number itself I need to clear the bit. In that number itself, I need to clear the bit. That is the reason I'm using this, storing into num. Now observe. Now, how to clear a bit? Num is equals to num and with complement of 1. Now here grouping plays a major role. If you don't group it, first one left shifted by position is not happens. Can you tell me, if you don't group it, the expression solving method is different? If you don't group it here, will you agree the expression solving method is different? Because if you don't group it, bitwise operator, unary operator is the higher priority. So first complement of 1, that is shifted by position, and with num. One more thing I need to tell you, when you saw any expression, you're in a position to understand which is first, which is second, which is third. Which is the first operation is done, which is the second operation is done, which is the third operation is done. Now suppose, for example, my number is 15 and position is 2. Suppose number is 14, position is 2. Now can you tell me what is the binary format of number 14? 1 byte 0 0 0 0. I'll give a space between 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0. Will you agree this is a binary form of 14? Now tell me, 1 is left shifted by how many times? This is the binary format of this. Now tell me, 1 is left shifted by position. Now here, what is the position here? 1 is left shifted by 2 times. What is the binary form of 1? 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. One time when you left shifted 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0. Two times when you left shifted 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0. Will you agree? This is the result of this expression. This one. Now that I am complementing it. Now can I say it becomes 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1? Bitwise complement. Now this entire thing I am ANDing with number. I'm ANDing with number. Will you agree? Now this entire thing which I got it as 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1. I'm ANDing it. Now tell me, when you AND it, which AND? Is it a logical or bitwise? Observe that AND is a logical or bitwise? Bitwise. Now you answer it. 0 and with 1. 0 and with 1. 0. 1 and with 1. 1. 1 and with 1 and with 0. 0. 1 and with 1. 1. 0. 0. 0. 0. Can you tell me what is this? 10. Where it is stored? Where it is stored? Into the number. Now can I say, in a number 14, if I clear the second bit, if I clear the second bit, can I say it is a 10 only? Number 14, if you clear the second bit, can I say it becomes 10? So this is the formula. Suppose it is already clear. 0 and with 0 0. Can I say this expression, if the bit is already clear, it will not do anything. In that number the bit is set, it will clear it. some internet is unstable, it is showing. You may get a little bit disturbance in the voice. This is a second important expression in a bitwise operations, how to clear a bit. Now, again, I need to ask you, please don't mind those who are already got it, because my intention is everyone should understand this expression. Complement of one left shifted by position. Complement of one left shifted by position. Is there any difference in this expression solving and in this expression solving? Is there any difference in the first expression and second expression? Yes. In this first expression, this is done, after that this is done. In a second expression, first this is done, after that complement. In our requirement, the second expression is required. Yes, priority difference. Unary is higher. So let's see. Is this expression is going to work or not? Before clear, after clear. Observe. Compile the code. Number is 14. Yes, we can formula we need to change. Clear is expression win. We should not use the formula. We should not use the term called formula here. Just to make you to understand, I use the term, but expression you need to change. And with complement of one left shifted by logic, we can say. Yes, correct. Enter the number is 14, bit position is second. Now tell me, number is 14, bit position is third. On the notes, please try to do it. In a 14, if the third bit is clear, what is the new number? In number 14, if the third bit is clear, what will be our new number? New number is 6. Can I say this expression is working? If suppose my number is 10, and my bit position is a second, why? Can you tell me? My number is 10 and bit position is second. Why after also it is giving 10? Because in the 10, the second bit is already clear. In the 10, the second bit is already clear. So I hope you are getting these two. Next is toggling the bit. Next is complementing the bit. Now, can anybody having an idea what is the meaning of complementing the bit? Suppose the bit is set, you need to clear it. Suppose the bit is clear, you need to set it without disturbing the remaining bits in that number. Without disturbing remaining bits in that number, if it is set, you need to clear it. If it is clear, you need to set it. Toggling. Now, what is this toggling? Now, what is this toggling? This complement? Can I say in this case all 32 bits are toggled? In this case, all the 32 bits are toggled J4. Get the point? But my requirement is this expression is for only one particular bit should toggle. Suppose my number is 10, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Now I need to toggle the second bit. Now what is the second bit at current? At present, what is the second bit? At present, what is the second bit? 0. Means I need to make it I need to make it 1. So if that is the case, 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0. One of your friend is asking, what is the meaning of toggling? This term mainly used in a microcontroller programming. Toggling means 0 means you need to make it 1, 1 means you need to make it 0. It's opposite. If it is 1, there 1 is there. In that bit 1 is there, you need to make it 1, 0. In that bit already 0 is there, you need to make it 1. I don't know the student ID. It went up in the chat box. Okay, B3. Now this is an expression for toggling. Now all of you need to answer it. Yes, D1 is saying that one program is there for toggling the LEDs. Toggling is nothing but complementing one particular bit here. Now, in this, first you tell me, which expression, which operation is done? In this first, which operation is done? Answer is correct. One is left shifted by position times. Second, which operation is done? This XOR operation. Third, which operation is done? Third, which operation is done? Third, assignment operation is done. Suppose my number is 10. Suppose my number is 10 and bit position is 2. Suppose my input number is, just for understanding purpose, I am taking the small number. Bit position is 2. Now what is the number binary? 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0. 1 left shifted by position. 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. 1 left shifted by 2 times. 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0. Is it 2 times or 1 time? Tell me which I kept a tick mark. Is it 2 times, 1 time? 1 time. But actually how many times? 2 times. 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0. This I need to XOR with that number. Number is 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0. Now when I do the XOR 0, now can you tell me 1 XOR with 0? This is 0 XOR with 0 0. 1 XOR with 0 1. 0 XOR with 1 1 1 0. Now can I say that bit becomes a inverted? Inverted means 0 means 1, 1 is 0. Toggling is also the same thing. So this is one expression for complementing the bit. This is an expression for complementing the bit. Before complement, just I'll write it, before and after. Before and after. I need to change this expression now. I'll comment this expression. I'll write it here. Num is equals to num XOR with 1 left shifted by position times. Okay. These are the 3 important expressions. Number is 14. Bit is second. Number is 14. Bit is second. Now tell me, in a number 14, second bit is set or clear? In a number 14, second bit is set or clear? Set. But we are clearing it, right? After that expression, it is becoming cleared. After that expression execution, that bit is cleared. Now tell me, If my input is 14, my input is 10 second, see what happens? Before complementing, in this number, second bit is, before complementing, in this number, second bit is 0. But our expression is making 1, so that it is becoming a 14 there. So these are the 3 expressions for 3 different tasks. One is for setting, and another one is for clearing, and another one is toggling a particular bit, not entire 32 bits, or not entire 64 bits, not entire 8 bits, only one particular bit. Now you ask if you have any doubt. I'll write those three expressions here in a same. N8 is asking one question, sir. Can you toggle to set or clear? Then why we need to clear again? See, toggling is different, setting is different, clearing is different. That's what try to understand. The first expression num is equals to num r with 1 left shifted by position. This expression is for set. Now suppose in this number n8, try to understand, in this number this position is already set. Will it make it clear? Whatever the expression you are observing here, this is for setting a bit. My question is, in this number this position is already set. Will it clear it or not? N8 or others, answer it. Already it is set. Will it clear? Answer is no, it will not clear. Because it is only for setting purpose. If already set, no problem. Now observe, if this expression this expression is for clear. This expression is for clear. Now tell me, suppose in this number this position is already clear. Will it set? This expression, will it set? No. Suppose in this number this position is set, then in this number the position is set, then it will clear it. One of your friend is asking, instead of 1, if we give 0 here, now tell me how many times which shift, if you shift 0 only, D7, try to observe. How many times 0 when you shift it, there is no meaning at all. Got the point? A4 is asking one question, sir, is it possible to set or clear or toggle more than one bit? Answer is yes, you can. More than one bit, how to? Yes, you can. But at this moment, don't worry about it. One of your friend is asking, where we'll use these expressions. In a further programs, we'll use this expression before. In a microcontrollers, not only microcontrollers, in our C also we need to use this expression. A6 is asking how to decide set or clear. How to decide, how to check, for that separate expression is there. A6. Now in these 3 expressions, in these three expressions, we are setting, we are clearing, we are complementing it, but we are not checking bit is set or clear. Again, these three expressions is for set, for clear, for complement, but not to check the bit is set or clear. Using this expression, you can't print in this number the bit is set or clear. For that, we need to derive one. We need to discuss one more expression. Set means one. Complement. Now observe here. Observe the last formula. This formula is for toggling, complementing. Suppose in this number, this position is set. After the expression, in that number, the position becomes. Suppose in this number, this position is set. After this formula, after this expression execution, can I say in that number, the position becomes. In that number, the position becomes a clear. Suppose in this number, the position is all clear. After this expression, can I say in that number, the position becomes a set. That's what the toggling. But this is purely for setting purpose. This is purely for clearing purpose. This is if set, it will clear. If clear, it will set. That is toggling. That only that position. Which is having the highest priority between and shift? Which is having the higher priority between and shift? Shift is the higher priority. L4 got the answer. Shift is the higher priority. Is that is clear? So these are the three expressions. Variable name. One of your friend is asking. Here, the name POS is same. Is the name mustn't should take POS only? Answer is no. I hope you might have remembered when you're declaring the variable name, what are the rules and regulations are there? What are the rules and regulations? The variable name should not start with a digit. Variable name only underscore, one special character underscore is allowed. Spaces are not allowed. Small a to small z, capital A to capital Z. That rule. It's not mandatory that you need to type the POS only. NIT is asking one question. Sir, set means giving 1 in the place of 0. Yes. Clearing means yes. Set means making 1. Clear means making 0. Set means making 1. Clearing means making 0. Set bit, clear bit. I hope it is clear now. Concept is clear, I think. Huh? Concept is cleared, meaning is don't think that in your mind that is cleared. Concept is cleared means in your mind that is cleared, means it is deleted. In your mind it should be set. The concept is cleared means in your mind the concept is set. Innate, correct. Set means giving 1 in the place of 0. Clear means making 1. Then toggling means if in the place of 0 you are making 1, in the place of 1 you are making 0. S24 is asking one question. Sir, why not we are not using the num in the shifting position? See, the number is the input we are taking from the user. That you should not. In the remaining bits, you should not disturb it. Remaining bits in that number, you should not disturb it. That's why in the shifting position, I am not using the number. In the shifting position, if I use the number, will you agree remaining bit positions are disturbed? S24, got the point? This is the three expressions for three different tasks: set, clear, and complement. Next discussion is size of operator. Still some more discussion is pending on the bitwise operators. How to check? Is there any program to toggle all the bits? L4 is asking one question. L4 question is, sir, is there any formula or is there any program or is there any expression to toggle all the bits? Can anybody tell me the answer? How to toggle all the bits? Very simple. If you want to toggle all the bits, just complement it. All the bits it will be toggled. Toggled means if it is 1 making 0, 0 means making 1. That position. Got the point? Now this expression is toggling all the bits or one particular bit. This expression is for toggling all the bits or one particular bit. One particular bit. Which bit? Which bit position? That bit position we are scanning from the user. That bit position we are scanning from the user. Is clear? Yes, yes. Next thing is today size of operator. Few points about the size of operator. One of your friend is asking, sir, we can give 2 or 3 positions at a time. You can't. At a time, you can't give 2 or 3. For that, you need to take 2 separate variables and you need to scan it. At a time, you can't do it. You need to scan it separately. Because POS, I declared only one variable, right? B6. Okay. Now, few points about the size of operator. Still pending is there. Still so much of discussion is there. We need to do in the bitwise operator. Size of operator. Point number 1. Tell me, size of is a unary or binary? Size of is a unary. And second thing is, what is the size of operator will give? This operator will give size in the form of size in bytes. This operator will give the size in bytes. Third, for this operator, we can supply for this operator we can supply variable or constant or data type also. For this operator we can supply variable or constant or data type also. Few examples we'll discuss about the size of operator. I'll note down this program name. What is the program name? Set.c, right? This is the set.c. Next is size of .c. Now suppose if I write, now you can answer this question. What is this char? What is this char? Is a variable or data type or constant? What is that char? Data type. What is the ch? What is the ch? A variable name. Will you agree? This is a data type. This is a variable name. What is the a then? What is a? Constant. Which constant? A. Constant. Which constant? Can I say character constant? Now observe, I'll write a printf percentile ld percentile ld percentile ld slash n size of char size of ch size of a. Now from left to right, when you see, for this first size of operator, what I am supplying? From left to right, what I am supplying? Data type. Second size of operator, what I am supplying? Second size of operator, what I am supplying? A variable. Third size of operator, what I am supplying? Third size of operator, what I am supplying? Constant. Now here, you are going to get the answer. One student is already given the answer. It will give 1, 1 and 4. Size of a character is 1 byte. And size of a ch is a 1 byte. But you may get a doubt why size of a character constant is a 4. Answer is very simple. Character means character constant, ASCII 97 small a. 97 means an integer. That's why the compiler is giving us a 4. So in any interview, if they ask what is the size of character, you need to say, in any interview, if they ask what is the size of character, you need to say 1. What is the size of character constant? You need to say, what is the size of character constant? You need to say 4 bytes. Now why I am using LD here? Why I am using LD here? Can I say the size of operator is giving us a long integer? Size of operator long integer. Now I'll comment this as well as I'll comment this. Int I is equals to 10. Printf percentile d percentile d percentile d slash n size of int size of I size of 10. Now can I guess what is the first size of? If I use percentile d in a 64-bit environment, it will show warning. Now tell me, 4 and 4 and 4. Getting 4 and 4 and 4. One more example. We didn't discuss, still pending, real number is pending, right? Printf percentile ld percentile, sorry, capital letter, percentile LD, percentile LD, percentile LD slash n, size of float, size of F, size of 23.5. So now it will give us the answer as 4 and 4 and 8. Size of, how's that? It will give the answer as 4 and 4 and 8. Now why? Because when you write simply 23.5, is it a float or double? In a third size of operator, we written 23.5. Is it a float or double? Can I say it is a double? Double is 8 bytes. Now if I might have written, very important and very tricky interview point, exam point of view, if you might have written size of 23.5 F, now tell me, 23.5 F, will you agree? Now 4 and 4 and 4. Now one more thing. Size of a string constant. One more. Printf percentile LD slash n, size of string constant ABCD. Now here you will get an output as 5 bytes. Why 5 bytes? Because this is a string. Somebody may know that at the end a /0 will be there. Null character will be there. What is the null character and all other things? Once we started with a character array and strings, we need to discuss it. Getting the point? Size of a string constant, character 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte, and plus 1 extra byte for /0. So we will get it as a 5 bytes. We will get it as a 5 bytes. Now 5 bytes. 23.5 F answer. Definitely you will get 4. T4. While practicing, you can check it out. When you put F there, you will get a 4. Now here, why 5 bytes? Because these 4 are 4 characters. These 4 are 4 characters and 1 extra byte for /0. Why? What is that /0? What is the significance? Why /0? All the things once we started with a string, character array and string, we'll discuss it. A1, got the point? Okay. Next important thing about the size of operator is we should not write any expressions in a size of operator. Very important point about the size of operator. We should not write expressions in size of operator. Let's take an example here. Suppose int I is equals to 10, j is equals to 10, k is also 10. Okay. Now printf I is equals to percentile d, j is equals to percentile d, k is equals to percentile d slash n, I comma j comma k. Now in a size of k is equals to I plus j. In a size of operator, I written k is equals to I plus j. M7 Please don't worry about that. /0 and null. In the appropriate time, we'll discuss that. Don't worry about a string constant. Appropriate time, we'll discuss it. B3 is asking one question: how the variable name and size is dependent. Variable name is, see, this variable name is our own convenient. Size depends upon the data type. Don't think that here variable name is only one I. Don't think that this size is 1 byte. No, 4 bytes because integer size. B3, got the point? This name is our convenient name we are providing. This name will not affect the size. Sizes depends upon the data type. Now observe, what is this I, J, K we are getting? Will you agree here we are going to get 10 and 10 and 10? This variable size and data type size is same. Now observe, here if size of is not there, can I say you will get K as 20? If size of operator is not there, might have not there, will you agree you will get 20 there? K as 20. But what I mean to say you that in a size of operator, don't write any expression. That expression is not going to be solved. That's what my question. In a size of operator, don't write any expression. That expression is not going to be solved. Observe, 10 only. Means can I say this expression is not solved in this case? This expression might have solved. Can I say K might have 20? And in between, one of the student asked one question on the size of operator. Can you post it once again? That one program he typed in the chat box. Can you type it once again? You can get the answer now. Now you got the answer, right? It will not generate any error. It will not generate any error. Now observe, if I write your friend question is A is equals to now observe, in this whatever the expression you written, what is the expression result data type? In this whatever the expression you written, what is the result data type? Int. What is the integer size? Integer size 4. Can I say the size of operator will give us 4? Can I say the size of operator will give us 4? Now one interesting point about it here is instead of int, if I take char I is equals to 10, j is equals to 10, k is equals to 10, comma a. Now here it is showing us 1 here. Character size. K is 1 byte. Now observe, if I comment this, if I write this, now here 4. Now here we got a 4. Observe, I'll write a very important point here. In this, I got 1. Why 1? Because result is stored into the K. K is a character 1. But in this, the result is which type? In this, the result is which type? Both are characters, but integral promotion concept. Int. The result is int. That's why 4. But here the result is int, but it's stored into K. K is a char. That's why here it given as a 1. I'll share this program. You can later check it out. Here the result is 1. Here the result is 4. Sorry, 4. It's clear? So one thing, when you're using a size of operator, make sure that you should not write any expression. L2 is asking, the expression result is integer. Sorry, expression result is integer, but it is storing into the K. This entire result is character only. L4, this is an integer, but it is stored into the K. This entire result is a character type only. K only, character. That's why size of is giving the K size. We should not write any expressions there. That's what. Yes. When you write size of K is equals to I plus J, it will consider the size of K. In another way, we can say. Okay, then. You can experiment this. And Manu sir is waiting to discuss the examination procedure. And Manu sir will announce what is the plan for today. Is it clear? 2 o'clock, what is the plan? And 4 o'clock, what is the plan? Yes, I'm giving the control to Manu sir. Manu, you can share your screen.
Yes. So good afternoon, everyone. So I'm going to share my screen. And what we are planning today is we are planning to conduct one exam today. So the exam will be conducted in Moodle. So as most of you already know, this is where we upload your materials, that kind of things. So you already have the address for this website. And today's schedule is a little bit change is there. So today, 2 o'clock, you will have one sample exam. And the exam will not be with respect to C programming. The exam will be conducted with respect to aptitude questions. And a total of 15 questions will be available. And the duration of the exam will be 30 minutes. So you can attend the exam from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So you can start from 2 o'clock and you can attend the exam. And at the end of the exam, once 3 o'clock is finished, once 3 o'clock comes, you can get your results also directly. So I'm going to show you how to attend this exam, how to access this exam. So that is what I'm going to explain next. So you have to log in with your given IDs. So for now, to show you exactly what it will look like as a student. So I'm logging with the student ID now. So you can see here, I have logged in with the student ID here. So in that one, you have to go to your particular course, that is V20 BE6 C programming. And I have given the exam name as demo. So you can see here, this is your course, V20 BE6 Practical C. So this is the course you are going to attend. And you can see this is your Moodle course page. You can see all these things. And at the end, this is just a demo. Okay, this is just a demo exam. And your real exam name will be Practical Test 1 Aptitude. That will be the real name. So here is a demo version is there. So that demo exam, I'll show you how to attend, what are the options, all these things. And the important thing about this exam is the marks is not considered in any way. Okay, you can see your marks. You can see your marks, but marks will not be considered in any case. So don't worry about the marks for this exam. Try to attend the exam in a way that to understand how to attend the exam. That is the entire purpose of this exam. Okay. So what you have to do is whenever time is there, like 2 o'clock, whenever time becomes 2 o'clock, at that time, this exam will be activated. Okay. So you can click on this exam by clicking on demo. You can click on this exam. You can click on the name of the exam. So the details of the exam will be given here. 15 questions will be there. 15 marks is there. 30 minutes exam is there. So exam will start at 2 o'clock and exam will end at 3 o'clock. And the duration of the exam is 30 minutes. The meaning is this. Hear me out carefully. Imagine a student starts at 2 o'clock. So your timing will be 2 o'clock to 2:30 p.m. Okay. So imagine another student, he's a little bit late. he comes at 2:30. He can also attend the exam fully 2:30 to 3 o'clock. But in case a student comes at 2:50, that is 10 minutes before the exam, he will not get 30 minutes time. He will only get a maximum time of 10 minutes. So that everyone need to understand. Okay. So whatever things I'm explaining to you, in between, if you're feeling any doubts are there, you can message to me in the chat box. And seeing the message, I'll respond to you. So I hope you know how to open this exam. Click on the exam name. This is the name of the exam is demo, and the restrictions and the details are given here. So you can see here some details also given here. Attempts allowed is 1. That means you can only attempt this exam one time. Next, quiz will be opened at today. This exam I have kept as 12 o'clock just to show you, but your actual exam is at today 2 o'clock. That entire exam is just for the purpose of learning how to write the exam. So don't prepare also. So that questions will be from aptitude only. Those who know how to write it, please write it. Every question's 2 minutes time also is there. Okay. So the starting time will be given here 12 o'clock. The ending time will be given here 1 o'clock. You can check all these things. The time limit also will be given. Read all the things before you start the exam. How to start the exam? Simply click on attempt quiz now. So that the exam. You click on attempt quiz now. So I'm going to click it now. I have clicked it. So it will ask whether you this will be 30 minutes exam, whether you have the time to do it or not. Just will ask you for surety. So click on start attempt. First is attempt quiz now. After that, click on start attempt. So this will be your quiz window. So this will be how we are going to conduct all your practical exams, all these things. Okay. So all these things we'll be doing according to this Moodle quiz application. So here you can see different questions are given. As you already know, 15 questions are there in the exam. So in that 15 questions, all the questions we have added as MCQ questions. That means at least one answer is there for every question. Only thing you have to do is you have to click on that option. So you can see here, if southeast becomes north, northeast becomes west, and so on, that is a question. So question number is given, the mark is given, all these things are given here. And you can see on the right side, you can see the quiz navigation is there. All of this question will be given in the same page. Okay, all the 15 questions will be given in the same page. And after the 15 questions, you can finish the attempt. Once you finish the attempt, again it will ask for the confirmation. You will click one more time and it will finish your exam. So what I'll do is no problem. I'm just going to click the options to see how this is going to work. For example, first question I'm going to put northeast. I'm not sure whether this is correct or not. So I'm just going to click northeast. Once you click on an option, if you want to clear that option, there is an option called clear my choice. Okay, so you can click on that. That option is gone. And you can see a timer is running on the right side. Time left is 28 minutes. A timer is running. So you have to be very careful about that. See, this exam, once the exam is finished, automatically it will get submitted. Okay, only for theoretical exams, it will automatically get submitted. But make sure that you finish the exam before the time. Okay, there can be some problems in the UI after maybe some server issues also. So try to finish the exam 30 seconds before the time left is 30 seconds. Try to finish the exam. Try to submit the exam. That is the best way to attend this exam. But in case if you are not able to do that also, most of the times that answers will be saved. Okay, so I'm going to select some options here, Southwest. Then you can scroll down to go 265. So different options you can select. And if you want to go to a particular question, you can click on that particular question. For example, I want to go to fifth number question. So I click on 5. What happens? The fifth number question will come. How many times in a day do minute and hour hands will overlap? See, this kind of things Mahesh sir will teach you in the morning lectures. Okay, it's a long process. You have to practice. So once you do that, you will understand how to do it. So for now, don't worry about the answers. Just see the UI, see the options, and see how you can answer it. That is the most important thing for this exam. Then, so like all these options are there. I'm going to click some radical options like here. Everything I'm going to click C. So here D. I'm just doing it so that I can submit this. Okay. There is no need that you have to answer all the questions. You can submit it without answering also. And for example, if you want like 15, question number 15, you want to mark the question in some way. You want to mark the question so that you can solve it later. What you can do is, there's a flag question open is there. There's a flag question option is there. You can flag a particular question also. Okay. When you flag a question, you can see question number 2 also I'm going to flag. Question number 15 also I have flagged. What you can see is, here you can see on the right side, question number 2 as well as question number 15 is flagged now. Flagging means that you can go back and check that question one more time. That will not affect any of your answers, but it will only affect the way you answer the question. It is for your purpose. Okay. So I hope these things are clear to everyone. So if any doubts are there, you can ask. You can ask in the chat if any doubts on the things that I explained, you can ask. So one question is, today's test will be on percentage. It is not like that. It is randomized question paper. So a total of 45 questions will be there. In that 45 question, you will get 15 questions randomly. Okay, it's not about a particular percentage is there, directions is there, all these things are there. So like I said, the syllabus is not important. What is important is how you attend the exam. Then in actual exam, if you get less marks, then what will happen? See, basically the first thing that will happen is you will get less marks. Okay, then we can discuss about how we can improve the marks. Other than that, at this moment, I'm not going to say what will happen if you get less marks. When that exam comes, we will tell you what is the importance of the exam. At that time, we will tell you what is the pass marks. All this information we will give you at that time. So now it is not the correct time, right? Then can we attempt it from mobile? Yes, you can do it from mobile also. No, there is no issues there. Which browser I should prefer? Mozilla Firefox will be the preferred browser. But if you're doing it using Chrome also, nobody is going to do anything with you. But what from my experience working on this particular application is, use for Mozilla Firefox, it will have very less number of errors. Okay, so those who have the Mozilla Firefox, try to use it. Chrome also will not have any issue. When is the actual exam? I don't know, because we haven't scheduled it till now. Once we schedule it, you will get the notification in Moodle, as well as you will get the exam dates from Guru Sir's lecture. Okay, so this is actually a sample exam. Okay, this is a sample exam. That's why we are given aptitude, right? So when C exams start, when C exams, or we can also conduct aptitude exams also. When that happens, we will announce that in the respective classes. So Guru Sir will announce about C practice exam. That will probably start next week or this weekend. Don't worry about it. Aptitude exams also we can schedule. So that we will get in the morning 8 o'clock class. Okay, so the last thing I want to tell you is, I hope there is no doubts regarding how to attend the test. You have done a lot of these things. So what final thing is, you can either give finish attempt here, either give finish attempt here, or you can go to the last, because if you're attending all the questions, last there is a finish attempt option is there. You click on that, finish attempt. So it will show which answer is actually marked, which answer is not marked, whether any questions are flagged or not. All these things will be shown in this particular status or summary of attempt. You can scroll down and you can either return to the attempt, actually do the things that you haven't done, or you can finish it, or you can submit and all finish it. Okay, so that is two options is there. It's up to you. Again, confirmation will be asked, submit all and finish. You click on it, the exam will be done. So exam is done means you will not get the results at the same time. Okay, exam is done doesn't mean you will get the result directly. When you will get the result, whenever the timing is done, that means for your exam, 2 o'clock is the exam timing. So 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock is the allowed timing. So after 3 o'clock means after 10 seconds after 3 o'clock, you will get the marks that you have scored in this theory exams. Okay, that's how this works, because the calculations, the corrections, everything is done automatically. Okay, so is there any doubt regarding this particular attempting exam? You can type it in the chat. But if you understood how to attend the exam, type 3 in the chat. See, those who have already installed Moodle app, in Moodle app also you can attempt this. But if you have laptop means, try to attempt it using laptop. Okay, that's one thing I can tell you, because that's the one thing that is very stable. If you have a laptop, try to attempt it. But if you have mobile phone also, you can attempt it using the application. There is no issue is there. B6A11, sir, if any network problem while on the exam, answer is saved. Yeah, actually, whatever you have written till now, whatever you have written till now, that answers will be saved. But try to save it by yourself. Try to submit it by yourself. Try to be in a network that have range. Okay. So exam can be reviewed after result. Yes, definitely you can do it after 3 o'clock. You can log into Moodle. You can open this exam and you can see what mistakes you have done, what correct things you have done, what marks you have done, all the weird things you have done in this exam. You can verify it. Apti topics. In this one, no need to study anything. This is just for demo. So I'm not going to explain the syllabus here. Can we see the correct answers after the results? Yes, you can see everything about that exam. Correct answers, wrong answers, not answered answers, the correct answers of the wrong answers, all these things you can see. You can see your marks also. Okay, what marks you have scored out of 15, you can see that also. Anything else? Anyone, any other doubts are there, you can ask. I'm only explaining the things that is asked in the chat now. Some students have asked the questions, that's why I have said all this things. Any other doubt is there, you can ask. And one more thing is there, after today's 2 o'clock exam, your doubt clarification session for today is kept at 4 o'clock. Okay, so your next schedule for afternoon is 2 o'clock will be exam, half-an-hour exam is there. Try to attend it, try to explore all the problems. And tomorrow, if any problems are there, you can ask. And the next thing is 4 o'clock lecture will be there on doubt clarification session in C. So you can log in at 4 o'clock and you can ask the doubts that is respective today's or yesterday's classes also. No issues there. Calculator is allowed or not. See, it depends upon how you want to write the exam. Okay. If you are only caring about a demo exam's mark, then you can use a calculator. But you care about being good in aptitude, don't do that. Simple and clear. You are intelligent student. You all know that you have the common sense. So use the common sense. If you want, use the calculator. If you don't want, don't use the calculator. Negative marking is not there. Okay, no negative marking is there in any exams. In theory exams, in practical exams, even if you do weird stuff, we are not going to give negative mark. We are maximum mark is 50, 15 in this exam, and minimum mark is 0. Negative marks are not there. Any other questions? Anything else you can ask? There is no issues there. You can ask if any questions are there. So 2 o'clock automatically this exam will be activated. So before 2 o'clock you cannot open this exam. Okay, I'll restrict everyone from opening the exam before 2 o'clock. So you can directly click after 2 o'clock and you can open the exam. Once you open it, once you start attempt, only 30 minutes exam is there. So in that 30 minutes, properly answer the questions. Okay, so that's it. So doubt session from 4 to what time? That depends upon your doubts. So that entirely depends upon you. So if no doubts are there, we will end the class at 4:15. If more doubts are there, we will go up to 5:30 or 6 o'clock. There's no given timing is there. You already know that. Anything else? I hope this is clear to everyone. I hope these things are clear to everyone. If that is the case, I'm going to stop the sharing and you can attend the exam. All the best for everyone. If any doubts are there, keep your doubts and you can talk to us. So sir will close the class now. Okay. So any doubts are there, 4 o'clock session, you can ask. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to stop the sharing and sir is going to end the meeting now. Thank you.